All right, guys, so this lesson is going to be called Trust Your Gut. Okay? Don't trust Brainly. Don't trust YouTube. Don't trust Chegg. Don't trust your friend who told you the answer. Actually, trust her because she did it. But just trust your gut. Okay? Your gut will never lie to you. Whatever it says deep down, no matter the situation, you have to trust it. Okay? You're going to be caught up in a mess. That's the life lesson today. So, what does your gut say to do in this situation? Okay? You see a pulley. It's a pulley. Looks like a pulley. Okay? It's pulling 2 blocks from each other. All right? 2 blocks. Block B weighs 5 kilograms and is moving to the left. What's this? What's that? That's called the acceleration. It's 1.9 meters per second squared. Okay? Block A, I don't know what that is. Block A is sitting on top of block B and it's being pulled by the pulley. And block B is being pulled by some random guy who's pulling 20 newtons right now. Just so y'all know, there's tension, and the tension is the same. Acceleration is the same. The first thing you might want to do, I got this wrong like 7 times. Okay, the first thing you might want to do is do 2 plus 5 equals 7, because these two are on top of each other, right? And you would think since they're on top of each other, you add them up, and that's the mass, right? Times acceleration. F equals ma. Everybody knows that one. No, you're wrong. Don't do that. Okay? So, the first thing we're going to do is draw the free body diagrams. Okay? So, for block A, what's happening? We draw the normal ones. So, MA, block A, times G, which is gravity. Normal, they cancel out. Nobody cares. Okay? Next thing's gonna happen is tension. Oh, one thing I forgot to say was that there's also friction here, but no friction here. Forget about friction. Friction doesn't happen here. There's only friction right here in this little part. All right. So, just important to know. That's why. Where is this being pulled? It's being pulled this way. Friction goes in the opposite way, so that means we're going to write Fk, which is kinetic friction. The force of kinetic friction, Fk, is going the opposite way. You got it, yay! All right, so the next one is going to be B. We're going to draw normal force, MBG, and, oh, I got to talk quieter because my sister's going to sleep now. MBG, and this is going to be tension going in this way, this direction. Okay, and there's going to be force going this direction. Is going to be pulling 20 newtons, and it tells us in the problem, which I didn't show you, it tells us that it's moving. Block B, okay? Block B is moving, not the whole thing. Only block B is moving this way. You're just pulling this guy, okay? Block B is moving this way, all right? So, we know that block B is moving this way, so it's obviously the friction is moving the opposite way of where the thingy is moving, okay? So which way is friction gonna go? It's gonna go Fk. Good job. Obviously, these guys cancel out. Who cares? All right. Next thing we're gonna do, we're gonna write A. So we know F equals ma. Let's just write that right there. The sum of F. This is the sum of all the forces ever acting upon this guy. Okay? That's the sum, which means you add them all up. All right? But obviously it's in the x-axis, but we're only looking at the x-axis, so it doesn't matter. Equals ma, mass times acceleration. We're gonna, in this case, we're gonna write maa, okay? This one is F equals mba, because we're talking about block B and we're talking about block A. So one thing you might want to do, you may feel the need, okay, to just plug it in. No. Okay? you might feel the need also, because it makes sense, because duh, to just give yourself some axes, right? This is X, you know, it's being pulled this way. This is your X axis. This is your Y axis. No, just trash that all. Okay, you're gonna have two different ones because you're talking about two different things. All right, because the whole time I was doing this, I was thinking, you know, let me just pick one. B's going, I don't know. B's going this way to the left. This is gonna be my positive and everything else. No, okay. It makes sense for B because B is going to the left. Makes sense for this to be the positive direction of X and Y. But guess what? For A, that doesn't make sense, does it? Because A is going this way, remember, guys? So we want the positive to be this way. That's the positive way. So we're going to be looking at two different axes. The first thing we're going to look at is A. And I hope I'm doing this right, because if I'm not, I'm going to just give up. Anyways. Alright, so what we're going to be doing next is we're going to, by the way, we're finding the tension and the coefficient of the friction force, which I will explain to you in a second. So, T, we're going to write the sum of them. So we know the sum, where did I write that? I think I erased it anyways. The sum of F is equal to MA, or A. Bitch, I wrote that. The fuck? Where'd that go? I don't remember. Anyways, A is equal to, and then you're going to do the sum of the forces. So this plus this. All right, but remember, guys, we have our axes. This is plus. So this is going to be T. And which way is this heading? It's heading the minus direction, which means it's going to be minus FK. This is our equation for this one. Now let's write our equation for this one. All right, so the first thing we do, remember, our sum is MB of A, or times A of A, same thing. And then we're going to do, remember, our thing is F is in the positive, so we want to keep that positive, and minus T, because T is now going which way? Negative. But guess what else is going the negative direction? It's the friction, because it's going the opposite, okay? It's going the opposite of where you want it to go. Friction never works in your favor, remember? All right, so we're going to do that also minus FK. That's our little equation. So now let's do the plug. All right, so this is 2. That looks like a 2, right? That looks like a 2 times 1.9 is equal to tension minus FK. Remember, we are trying to find these two things. So we don't know what that is. And that's going to be 3.8 because I've done this so many freaking times. I already know it. All right. And then this guy is going to be, it's going to be, what's this? 5. 5 times 1.9 is equal to the force. What's the force? It's 20, guys. Remember, it's 20 minus T minus FK. All right, so we're almost done here. So 5 times 1.9, all right, is going to be 9.5. And then remember, we're going to actually move this over here, slip it to the other side, pretend like we knew that, minus T minus FK. My handwriting is getting progressively worse because I can't handle this anymore. We're going to subtract that, and we're going to get negative 10.5 is equal to negative T minus FK. That's what we have. Now, these are the two equations that we have right now, and we still don't know these two. So what are we going to do? We're going to stack them on top of each other. We're going to stack them, okay? Stack them. We're going to add them up. So 3.8 is equal to T minus FK. Guys, this is actually working for the first time. So we have 10.5. We're going to add that with 3.8. And guess what we're going to get? We're going to get negative 6.7. And that's going to equal to, so these guys are going to cancel. They're going to cancel. This is working, finally. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Okay, calm so good. This is beautiful. This is exactly what I need. Wait, is it? Oh, yeah, it is. Okay. So, as you can see, these are minuses. We can pretend like that didn't exist, right? So we can rewrite it as the 6.7, right? Divided by 2. Because obviously you want to divide by 2 on both sides. Or negative 2 if you really want to be sassy. I mean, it's all going to disappear anyways. Like my hope. Oh, that wasn't funny. That was not funny. That was not funny. That was not funny. 3 times 3 point, not times, gosh. Not negative anyways anymore. Because we took out the negatives, duh. And this is going to be FK. But guys, that's not it. Because remember, we're looking for mu. That's a mu. Mu. So, one mini lesson about friction, kinetic friction, is that FK is equal to the normal force. So remember we said this canceled out with that, right? So do you think it's going to be the normal force of A or the normal force of B? Looking at this, it's going to be this one. Don't ask me why. Actually, ask me why. Actually, don't ask me. I mean, it's just kind of because it's sitting there, so it's the normal, right? That's what makes sense to me. I mean, it makes sense to me. It wouldn't be on this one because this guy's too fat and ugly. Anyways, so the normal force, what was the normal force? It's just gravity times the mass, right? So it's going to be 9.8 times, what's the mass? 2 times mu. All right, so 9.8 times 2, we already know that's 19.6 because I did it in my head. No, I didn't. I just remembered it from the billions of times I did it. FK times mu. And now we know, what did we say FK was? 3.35? 3.35 divided by 19.6 is equal to mu. Mew, meow, 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 meow. So, oh shit, 3.35. I don't remember this one because I've never gotten this far before. I've gotten it with a different question divided by 19.6. So that's equal to 0.1709, but we could do 7.1. Anyway, so that's the mu coefficient, but this is FK, right? So now we can answer that little question. We could be like, this is 0.17. One, 0.1709. And then what we're going to do is we're going to plug it back in. The final thing. So we could pick whatever we want, honestly, and it would work. So let's do 3.8. I just saw this random equation that I wrote down here. It's equal to t minus 3.35. And so what is 3.8 plus 3.35? I'm doing it right now on my calculator. Shit, did it wrong. 3.8 plus 3.35. I'm getting so close. 10.95. I don't think that's right. That does not sound right. Why is it 10? Why did I get 10? 3 plus 3 is not 10. 3.8 plus 3.35. That's 7. That's stupid. Why did I get 10? I don't know how I got 10. T. That's our T. And guess what? Right now, in real time, you will find my reaction of plugging these values in to my answer key. My homework questions, and you will see me get it right. Please, oh please, oh please, oh please. We said 0.1709, let's say. Please be right. Oh, it's correct. Okay. And it's correct. Oh my gosh, guys, thank you so much for watching my video. Definitely not take 5. I hope you really understood this lesson.